Krasinski. I'm a teacher at Pinole Middle School and an independent candidate for UTR Secretary and Executive Board. I don't need to remind you of the severe hardships we are all facing as educators in West Contra Costa. The question is, how will we move forward in a positive manner? I believe we can move forward positively with a balanced approach. By that I mean finding a sense of balance between the recognition of the fiscal crisis our district has been plunged into and the awareness that we are part of the labor movement with a mission to better the lives of working people. And that's what we are, working people. Finding a balance between valuing the experience and knowledge that CTA staff brings to us and understanding that their advice does not trump the will of our members. And also a balance between denial of the budget crisis in our district and the state, and willingness to sacrifice 25 to 30% of our members who can no longer afford or no longer stand to work at West Contra Costa. In running for office, my goal is not to create a faction or political party, but simply to serve the best interests of our members. United and mind at heart, let's work together to make UTR a union local we can all feel great about. Thank you.
Good afternoon, my name is Karen Van Winkle, and I'm running for UTR Secretary to change our union. I have been a teacher at Dover Elementary for 12 proud years. I grew up in Richmond, and I am dedicated to protecting its students, families, and teachers. This community is where our best work is most required. For 12 years, I have stayed out of the ugly politics between our union and the district. I trusted that our union would act in our best interest. That is until this year. This year, UTR leadership and the school board ruined any chance of getting a quality public education in our district by increasing class size. As UTR Secretary, I will fight to reinstate class size reduction and lower class averages. This year, UTR supported a contract that was voted by 45% of the membership, ratified by 23%, and passed by only 8 votes on one day of voting. As UTR Secretary, I will maintain an up-to-date membership roster so that members will never again be disenfranchised. This year, UTR leadership called the police on its own members because we asked for information. As UTR Secretary, I will make sure that if you need information, it will be easily accessible, accurate, and I will never call the police. This year, UTR leadership ignored the demands of the membership and joined our school board in implementing a tiered healthcare plan designed to clean house, force early retirements, and push out exceptional teachers who can't provide healthcare for their families. As UTR Secretary, my most important responsibility will be to facilitate the will of the membership. Now is the time for each of us to lead and create stronger, honest union that protects every teacher and listens to every member. Vote for me, Karen Van Winkle, for UTR Secretary.
I'm Susan Cunningham, running for UTR Secretary. I've been your secretary for 4 years. I have worked hard. I fought for you. I vote with my conscience and my heart. I work at King's School. I'm a kindergarten teacher, and I have children that were lost mental. So I know how hard it is. And in my heart, in that room, I know we fought. Anyway, vote for me. Thank you very much.
Now more than ever, we need to elect a new UTR leadership. Our current leaders have clearly demonstrated that they are not willing to represent the will of the members. We voted 93% to authorize a strike. We could have done many things: worked to rule, had a one-day strike, rolling strikes, walkouts, teach-ins, or strike that very first day. I would have loved to see those scabs open up that classroom. But what did we do? We made fashion statements. We politely picketed when school was over. It became obvious to me that any talk of a strike by our leaders was an empty bluff. It was probably obvious to many of you in this room as well. Clearly it was obvious to Dr. Harder, since he got almost everything he wanted. And why are our leaders unwilling to strike? It's because they don't trust the membership. One executive board member told me that they believed that in a strike, the members would cave in 10 days. 10 days. But in the end, it wasn't the members that caved in. It wasn't the rep council that caved in. It was the executive board and their negotiating team. I believe our union will have to fight again, and we need a new leadership that will trust the membership and represent them. As treasurer, I will make sure that our budget is fair and transparent. Have you noticed that at the end of our financial statement, our reserves are displayed? That was not always so. I got them there. A few years ago, the representatives went on a training in a Napa hotel over the weekend. I asked the then treasurer, where did the money come from, since it did not show up on the statement on our budget. The money had come out of our reserves. In effect, thousands of union dollars dues had been spent without the members or rep council's knowledge, much less its ability to approve of the decision. I managed to get the reserves included on a statement so that we will know from now on. And I made a motion to allow rep council to vote approval for future expenditures. I think these actions show my commitment to transparency and a fair democratic control of our union dues. Eric Swabic, our treasurer.
I'm Robert Ellis, and I'm running for UTR treasurer. Family, friends, and even colleagues have asked me, why the hell am I running for office? And the answer is, I'm running because I care. I care about public education, and I care about our association. I have the courage to stand up in these challenging and changing times. I have the audacity to show up and act, to do the work. You know, it's not just one day, a month, 2 or 3. It's a full-time, thankless, and payless second job. I am reliable and respectful. I respect the individual member, and I respect our association, UTR, CTA, NEA. I have experience. As the CTA African American Caucus Treasurer, I gave timely reports that accounted for every cent. That is the kind of leadership UTR needs. Leadership that cares about the association. Elect a team that cares. Elect me, Robert Ellis, as UTR Treasurer. Thank you.